two of the salesmen representatives were called and said, there's a beach in that land, they have just beach culture, and I want to sell these shoes there. So one of them said, you want to sell shoes in beach? Nobody wants to wear, shoes in the beach. Why would anybody want to wear shoes in the beach? All this. So I don't think it is possible. That's a negative attitude. The other man said, since nobody would be wearing shoes in that place, so I can market it there. So I can market. So nobody has got the culture, so this is a place where I have to market. So that's a positive attitude. A negative attitude person, no matter what you show him of beautiful garden, you get him into a beautiful garden, nice roses and wonderful, fountains and all of these things. Everything is beautiful, but he'll be searching around for a dustbin. There must be a dustbin somewhere. There must be some garbage somewhere. So that's the attitude of the negative attitude person. He's always pessimistic. So I want to be with those who are positive in their approach. Without being positive, believe me, you can never become entrepreneurs. Never. You can never become. So how many of you are positive? How many of you believe that the system can change? Shall we get an yes? 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 That's the spirit. You feel it. You feel this vibration here? You feel it here? We can make much impactful, vibrations around, just with some couple of members here, you can make this S sound so impactful. Believe me, if every one of you become leader for upholding justice in the world, what an impact can it make? The problem with today's time is that we lack leadership qualities. We want to have some funny guys on the streets to someday, walk in for kursi, kursi, chair. They want the chair and they want to highlight themselves as though a king on the throne. And finally they find the throne and they start dictating terms. That's because the people who can do wonderful things, they are behind the stage. The people who have real concern for a revolution and revival of the society have to come front. You have to break the barriers, break every single barrier which is coming as a hindrance to you, and pass through, make way, and establish justice. Can we do that? Yes. Well, coming still further, I saw another board saying that do not use mobile phones within the premises. Who wants to disturb you talking to your parents? It's not the case, People are not really worried about you speaking to your parents or you speaking to your grandparents. How many of you really spend time with your grandparents? Not really. Do they really exist? That's what most of them may say. Oh, if they're saying, oh, probably they are there, they are there in my native. How many of you really spend time with your grandparents? You must be sincere. Yeah, I can see one here, 2, 4. Okay, I see. Okay, women folks. Okay. Spending time with grandparents, it's a very challenging thing actually. You need to have lots and lots of patience. You need to have lots and lots of patience. Why we are not able to spend time with them? Because we don't really consider them to be worthy. We don't value them. There is no value that you consider. If you want to speak to your lecturer in the morning, you come, yes, how are you? With all that decorum that is required, you clean yourself, you come in a best possible manner. Or you're working under somebody, you make sure that you are the best man. Even if you're going to attend an interview, you show all that importance to a person because he's going to be your boss. But when it comes to your family relationship, grandfather, grandmother, or your parents, mother, oh, mom, don't disturb me, you know nothing. You don't know about the generation next. We are in the generation next. You are, you're outdated, you know nothing. You never saw the mobile phones in your childhood. We have seen mobile phones, we have seen Facebook, we have seen Twitters, and what else and what not. We have seen a lot of things. What have you seen? And that's kind of arrogance, sheer arrogance. Because you're given a lot of things, a lot of benefits, you get arrogant. Oh, that's very bad. How can an arrogant society work towards upholding justice? Never. Never can an arrogant society improve or develop. It will put itself for major depression. It will fall down. It will rumble to pieces. Let me tell you. It's a very famous story though. There was a man who in his 60s, he was spending time with his son, who in his 20s or 30s. And he was talking to him. While he was talking on the bench in the garden, he was asking, "Son, what is this?" The son was saying, "This is crow." Okay. After another few minutes, the old man, once again, he's asking a question. "Son, what is this?" The young man said, "This is crow." Then after some time, he looks at the crow once again and he says, "Son, what is this?" He said, "You old man, you know nothing, this is crow." This man says, "Okay, son, go to that cupboard, in the room, open the shelf, there's a diary, you bring it to me." So the man brings the diary and opens it up and he says, the old man says, read this, what is written." He says, his father, while he was very young, he has written this, that when he was a child, this man who is in his 20s, when he was a child, he used to look at the crow and ask, "What is this? What is this?" And this man, as a father, he used to say, "This is crow, this is crow, this is crow," for 52 times. For 52 times, I have not lost my patience. I have considered you to be a valuable son. I never lost my patience for you. And I used to say, "This is crow, this is crow, this is crow," 52 times. And today, if I ask you 3 times, you lose temper. That's a lesson that he wanted to teach. Don't we have to introspect ourselves? What are we earning for? If we are not able to be good to our family folks, if you are not able to be good to our neighbors, if you are not good to the ones whom we love, then what are we earning for? How many such cases happen? In the field of technology, we talk about software and all of these things. The latest update, lot of cases are reported for divorce, all in the family ties within the software relationship. The software development is so fast in developing the software, but it is forgetting something which is inside. They forget the heart. They forget the relationship. And that's the reason the marriage relationship collapses. There is one verse that I want to share. This is really impactful, really impactful. It says in Arabic, it says, "Rabbirhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira." This is a very good supplication in Arabic. In the Quran it says, O Lord, show mercy unto our parents as they showed mercy while we were young children. O Lord, oh my Lord, it's your Lord. You call him in any language as Jehovah, Eloha, or you want to call him Allah, or you want to call him Devuru, Devudu, Kadavul, whatever language you want to call him, it's the same one. It's the same one we are talking about. There is no different gods for different people. It is just one God for everyone. Any religion, it talks about one God. Now, I'm not saying this is Eloha or Allah or whatever. It is God, which is acceptable for everyone. In that, it is said, O Lord, show mercy unto our parents as they showed mercy unto us while we were very young. How did the parents show mercy to us? If a mosquito happened to bite us, mosquito happened to suck away our blood, we never knew to say, "Mama, this is mosquito which is biting." We never say, "Machhar hai yahan par." We never said that. We never said that. All that we did was we used to cry. Is there anyone who said? You said while you were a child? Did you say machar? No, nobody said, isn't it? So we were of those, we were like, we knew only to cry. We knew nothing but to cry. But immediately the mother, if at all she happened to sleep, she leaves the sleep. Or most of the time the father is sleeping, no, he will be sleeping. Father, the whole day he would have worked and he would be at sleep. But the mother, the moment she hears to that sound of the child, just a little bit of sound, she gets up, she can't sleep anymore. That's it, khalas, no more sleep. And she gets up until the child is sleeping, she is not at rest. Can you imagine you and me, the man who's 6 foot tall, the men who are here, the women who are here, we all have gone through this process. Our parents have done this. Don't we have to show the mercy to them? So first and foremost, if we have to be good human beings, we have to be good to our parents. Any one of you here, if you're thinking of becoming entrepreneurs, you want to take care of your workmen, you want to be good to your people, you want to be good to your salesman or the consumer, then what do you have to be? You have to be good to your parents. You have to be good to your parents. So why do they say, if you happen to speak to anybody over the phone amongst your parents or grandfathers, we have no problem. No problem. But what's happening off late is that I do get the message. Sometimes I get the message from Tata Docomo or from Airtel. Oh, that is so very filthy. It comes like, do you want to see wet women on the beach? You might say like, oh, come on, man, you're giving a lecture here. How could you speak like this? Come on, there's an audience here. Come on, you have to be little more shy in making your point. How could you say such a statement in front of an audience like this? But believe me, aren't we getting everyday SMS? Even without I opting for it. Can you imagine, my dad also gets the same message. If I give my mobile to my son, who is 6-year-old, 9-year-old, even he will get the same message. Now the point here is, why should anybody instigate another or entice anybody to this culture? Is it something beneficial? If it is beneficial, let's do it. If it is not beneficial, let's refrain from it. I don't say I'm against art and beauty and culture. I'm not against that. I'm not against that. Art, beauty and culture has its own relevance. But how are we going to limit it within the boundaries? Like for example, some days ago, I received a message saying that become a member in this. You can make friendship with beautiful women and you can chat for hours together. I got a message. You know what I responded with? I said, have your mother and sisters already registered? Have your mother and sisters already become members into it? Then he said, no. How can my mother come into this picture? How can my sister come into this picture? No. They are all holy. They are very nice. They can't be into all of these things. You see, double standards. You see, a place where there is some Miss World program being conducted. Most of you must be aware of Miss World, how it's been conducted. There inside the arena or the hall, one is not permitted to take pictures of those celebrities. You can't go and you can't break their privacy and take some photographs without their permission. They are all considered as celebrities. To me, every woman and every sister who is here, she is a celebrity. You understand what I'm saying? It is not only some very few who have privacy. I say every one of you, your privacy should be protected. Somebody's picture is taken while you're walking on the street and it is put on the internet, and for somebody to ogle, that is bad. That is not good. I would not want my sister to undergo that. So I would not wish anyone amongst my sisters here to undergo this. So we need to preserve the culture of moral value. What is modesty? Modesty kya hota hai? What is modesty? Some child happens to say, Mama, what is modesty? I really don't know what is modesty. What are you trying to say? What is modesty? So modesty is to preserve your womanhood, wherever you are. You see, in most of the cultures, having more boyfriends before one gets settled in life, meaning